so he can accelerate earlier and faster than me. He can exit faster, he can stay more to the left, and he can has a better line in turn 7. He can have a better exit from turn 7. Which allows him to corner better in turn 8 and exit better from turn 8. One mistake in one corner creates problems in 4 corners. So you can say, cool, next time you go to Cremona, you just change the line and you save 1 second. And not exactly. It's not that easy, because there is another problem about my butt. And I will show you at the end of this video because it's very important, and this is the most important topic in the whole video. And that's why we're gonna see it in detail. Another thing that I wanna show you is the position of the chest. If you look at my photos, you may say, wow, my riding style is amazing. It's perfect. Actually not. It's not perfect. Because if you look at the onboard videos, you can see that I am staying out with my upper body, but I'm staying up, while Folger stays all to the front. Look at the head. He almost touches the camera with the head, while I keep my head back. So I asked the pro riders why you should do that, and they said that if you keep your chest in the front, the bike corners much better. Basically, this is it. So this is something that I should work on. By the way, now we are in the main straight, and look at how much time I lose just on the straight. Almost 0.3 of a second in a straight. So first of all, this huge difference in the straight is probably due to gearings. He's using 1544 while I'm using 1642. The second thing is the way he stays inside the bike. I usually keep my elbows wide and I stay a little bit up, and this makes me have more drag and lose a little bit of speed on the straight. But the most important thing is this one. First of all, look at the line that Folger has at the exit of turn 8. He doesn't put the bike actually straight. He keeps the bike leaning a little bit in order to go a little bit to the left and then go back to the right. He's doing this. And if you look at the MotoGP races, you see all the riders doing this on the straight. And why do they do that? For 2 reasons. First of all, when you lean the bike, the RPMs go up. So when you exit from a corner, if you keep the bike a little bit leaning, you keep the engine up. And the other reason is that when the bike is leaning, the suspensions are loaded and the bike cannot wheelie. So this is used to prevent wheeling. And if you wheelie, the electronic cuts and you lose power and you lose speed. Also, look at Jonas' butt. He goes back on the saddle smoothly and gently, and he does it at the exact time that it upshifts. And you see that when you upshift, the bike kicks you a little bit. So he takes advantage of that kick to go back on the saddle. And look at me. As soon as I exit from the corner, I put the bike straight, and hear the RPMs. Hear how they go down. And one other big mistake is that I move my butt back on the saddle like an elephant. Look at that. Boom. And look at how at the exact time that I go back to the saddle, the bike wheelies. The electronics cut and I lose speed. So now we get to the end of the straight, to the most important braking of the circuit, and we brake almost at the same time. But just in the braking, he's 3.5 tenths of a second faster than me. This is crazy. And you may say, how can you lose all that time just in braking? So if Jonas is arriving faster and he weighs less than me and he has more power for brakes, why is he slowing down less than me? Probably he's braking less harder than me and he's bringing more speed into the corner than me. So this made me think that if he's getting there faster and he's braking less than me, he could brake much harder and he could brake much later, maybe to do an overtake. So next time I should try to either brake less to bring more speed inside the corner or to brake later. Now we get to the last two corners. We are almost identical in these two corners. But once again, when we exit from the last corner, he's able to exit faster, not wheelie the bike, and has more speed on the straight. So this video allowed me to understand some very important things. Those 2 seconds are made of more than half a second on the straights, half a second in two corners, and 1 second in lines. So you may say, okay, next time I go back to Cremona, I do the right lines and I go 1 second faster. Well, it might seem that easy, but it's actually not. Because how do you do the right lines? You do them by telling to the bike, go there. Okay, but how do you tell the bike to go there? You do it with your body. So if you don't have the correct position of your body on the motorbike, you cannot control the bike as you want. Now look at this. Look at the part of the circuit that makes me lose 1 second. The change of direction from turn 5 to turn 6. Jonas moves the butt before reaching turn 6 and braking. While I move the butt while braking and changing of direction. And this makes the bike uncontrollable. So if I want to do the right lines, I must do like Folger. I must move the butt first, then change of direction, and then brake. The problem is, how do you move the butt? With your legs. And how do you move your legs? With the feet. And look at this. These are my boots from this year. They have like 1,500 kilometers. And look at that. They look new. If you look at the pro riders' boots, after like 1 or 2 races, you will see holes in the sole. And this means that if my boots are new, I do not push on the footrests. So if I don't push on the footrests, it means that I'm always set on the bike. And if you look at the pro riders, you would see that many times during their riding, they are standing on the bike with the butt lifted.
The scientists at Harvard have discovered that men